This video explains how to set the ROX 6.0 and ROX 6.0 CAD. The computer has a clear display and is operated with 5 buttons: Mode 1, bottom right; Mode 2, top right; Reset, top left; Set, bottom left; and Lap, bottom center. Using the Mode buttons, you can basically scroll forwards, whilst the Reset and Set buttons are used to go backwards. Press the Set button for 3 seconds and you will find yourself in the Settings menu. Setting Open briefly flashes on the display and then English. Now, press the Set button once, briefly. You will activate the setting. Using Reset or Mode 2, you can now select the right language. Confirm the setting by pressing the Set button. After finishing each setting, this is confirmed with Set OK. With Mode 1, you can now go to the Next Settings menu. In the Setting menu heading that now follows, you can change the unit of the speed format. If you want the setting miles per hour, as with any setting change, press the Set button once briefly. Use Mode 2 to select the new unit of measurement and confirm the entry with the Set button. The altitude measurement on the ROX 6.0 is calculated using barometric pressure. Each change in the weather means a change in air pressure, which can lead to a change in the display of the current altitude. To compensate for this change in air pressure, you must enter a reference altitude in the ROX 6.0 calibration. 1. Setting the air pressure using normal 0. 2. Setting the altitude directly. And 3. Defining the starting altitude. Firstly, you can enter the air pressure reduced to sea level. In the event that you are at an unknown altitude, you can enter the so-called air pressure reduced to sea level in order to calibrate the current altitude. You can find the air pressure reduced to sea level on the internet, in newspapers, or at airports. Use the Set button to activate the setting and use Mode 2 or Reset to set the value and confirm with Set. If you know the altitude at your present location, set the current altitude. Activate the setting with Set and use Mode 2 or Reset to set the value. Use Mode 1 to move to the next decimal place and Set to confirm the final value. As the last option, you can set the starting altitude. Here you enter the altitude of your usual start location, which you can calibrate in training mode at any time using a combination of buttons. Activate the setting with Set and use Mode 2 or Reset to set the value. Use Mode 1 to move to the next decimal places. And Set to confirm the final value. The menu heading Wheel Size 1 follows. For an exact speed measurement, your correct wheel size must be set. You will find the corresponding information in the enclosed quick guide under Point 7 or watch our YouTube video about wheel size. Activate the Settings option again using the Set button. The first 2 digits flash. Keep Mode 2 pressed down until the numbers match the figure that you worked out. If you have to correct this downwards, keep the Reset button held down. Using Mode 1, you can go to the setting for the 3rd digit. This is also changed using Mode 2. You set the last digit according to the method just described and confirm this figure with the Set button. As you can use the ROX 6.0 with 2 bikes, after setting wheel size 1, wheel size 2 is entered as described above. The settings area for the current time follows. Press the Set button and set the current hour figure with Reset or Mode 2. Use Mode 1 to activate the minutes and enter this figure using Mode 2 or Reset. Confirm again with Set. After that, set the current date. Activate using Set button and enter the right year with Reset or Mode 2. Press the Set button once briefly and you can set the current month. Press Set again to go to the setting for the current day. The setting for the date display then follows. In the next menu heading, you can enter your age, which is important for calculating the calories burnt. Activate using Set. Enter using Reset or Mode 2. Confirm again using Set. The same applies for the following settings for your body weight, gender, and maximum heart rate. The setting for the training zone follows. Activate using Set and use Mode 2 or Reset to choose between the individual, the fit, or the fat zone. If you decide on the preset fit or fat zone, after confirmation using the Set button, you will be briefly shown the heart rate training area. If you decide on the individual training zone, you can define the lower and upper training limit yourself. Pressing the Set button again confirms this setting. Besides the training zone, you can train in 4 intensity zones. If you would like to change the preset zones, activate the entry in each case using Set and then use Reset or Mode 2 to change the lower percentage. Confirm with Set and use Mode 1 to go to the next intensity zone, and continue in this way until you have set all the intensity zones. The setting for the total distance 1 follows. If this is not your first bike computer, you can transfer the total distance from your previous appliance. Activate the display with the Set button. Use the Mode 2 button to enter the numbers. Use Mode 1 to go to the respective decimal places. Press the Set button to confirm these. Next, set Total Distance 2 as described above. Total Time 1 follows. Activate using the Set button. Firstly, you can use Mode 2 to enter the hours in the thousands. With Mode 1, you move to the hundreds, which you can now change in turn using Mode 2, and repeat this in each case for the other 2 decimal places. The same applies to the setting of Total Time 2, Total Hiking Time, Total Altitude 1, Total Altitude 2, Total Hiking Altitude, Total Calories 1, Total Calories 2, and Total Hiking Calories. In the next menu heading, you can set the zone alarm on or off using Set. Finally, you can define the contrast. This determines how intensively the information is shown on the display. Default is the value 2. After activation of the setting using the Set button, you can use Mode 2 to choose from 1 to 3. You have now carried out all the settings and can leave the Set menu. To do this, hold the Set button down for 3 seconds. You can find further information about functions and settings of Sigma Sport products on our microsites and on the YouTube channel.